Oh my god, I hate this. Okay, this is why I chose print. Hi, my name's Alyssa. I am a student at Rutgers University studying journalism and media studies. Though I am not technically a professional journalist yet, I have learned a plethora of tips and tricks on how to conduct an interview to ensure that I get as much information and material as possible to write a compelling piece. From the beginning of my journalism career in sophomore year of high school, I've gone through a lot of trial and error to perfect my technique, and I'm here to share with you my work process to help other aspiring journalists. First things first, let's start with how to prepare for an interview. First thing you want to do is research the person and the topic of discussion to help spark some ideas for the type of approach that you want to take with your piece. This will also help you get a better idea of what you should focus on when coming up with questions that you want to ask the interviewee. And having background knowledge on the topic and the person will make you look and feel more prepared. Do your homework. When you're writing a list of questions, you want to make sure that you ask them in a way that is open-ended, so you're not getting one-word yes or no answers. It's okay to stick to the original list of questions you came up with, but you want to ask questions that will generate follow-up questions to explore the topic or the situation further so you could dive deeper into the interviewee's thoughts and feelings. And once you've done your research and have a list of questions, make sure that your questions are organized in a way that will make the interview flow like a normal conversation. You want to start off with questions pertaining to their personal or professional background so you can get a better understanding of the type of person they are. Then you can jump into the more hard-hitting questions. This will also make the interviewee a lot more comfortable speaking with you and will help get them warmed up to the interview process. Before the interview, you want to make sure you know how you want to record your notes. People have different ways of note-taking, so finding what works best with you will come with time, but you need to figure out whether you prefer to handwrite or type, and it's especially important to make sure that you have storage on your phone or your laptop so that you can do an audio recording. But you want to make sure that your phone is placed in a good spot where it's picking up both you and the other person. I will also write down timestamps when I ask each question to make it easier to find when I'm going through the audio recording later. When you hear a good quote to include in your article, it's also good to write down the timestamp just so it's easier to find later. I personally find it rude to be typing away as somebody's speaking, so I try to focus more on the person rather than trying to get the perfect notes the first time around. The day has come. It's time for the interview. When you've settled on your preferred space, it is time to set the tone for the interview. Make the subject feel comfortable, build trust, and be transparent about your role as a journalist. Like I said before, you don't want to start off with the hard-hitting questions. Every person and topic is different, but your list of background questions should be a warm-up to get them to trust you and the information that they're sharing. Okay, audio recording. Under New Jersey law, only one party to the conversation, meaning you as the recorder, is required to consent to a recording to make it legal. I always let the person know beforehand when setting up the interview that I prefer to record. Every state is different, so check what your laws say in your state to avoid any legal complications. I am not a registered attorney. You also want to make sure that your interviewee knows how the interview process works. Some people do not know the difference between on and off the record. This is crucial when discussing sensitive topics and can also get you into trouble when information is released that the person did not want in the public. Aside from everything else, being an active listener is probably one of the most important things when doing an interview. Slapping away at your keyboard and having your head stuck in your laptop can also make the person feel uncomfortable. At the end of the interview, ask for their contact information and the best way to reach them if you have any questions or need to clarify any details. And above all else, you want to make sure that you have fun and you be yourself. Journalists are also people with personalities of their own, so you want to make sure that you are professional, but you don't want to act like a wet napkin. I hope this helps everybody who is looking to get into the journalism field, and I wish you the best of luck, and maybe I'll see you out there.